Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium, the conference opener in the SEC for both of these teams. It's the Clemson Tigers and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Trojans ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Quick give. It's Davidson. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up in the touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. This time they'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Tigers are marching down the field. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And wings it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Left side is Moore. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. This This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness. Now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Gives it. Looking for a crease. He's out past the 35. He's loose. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown Trojans. Great job by the back on the option.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. He goes down for a loss. Return.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Complete with conviction on the crosser. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
On the run, it's Davidson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got him downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Scanning the field, it's Washington. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it down the left. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, gonna throw it. Finds his target. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the back. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Right back to it. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
To throw, it's Gomez. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the ground, it's Davidson. Defense all over him.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got a wide open receiver.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Back's got it on the screen. Breaks into the open. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo.
Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Going with the ground game left. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Washington. Fires to the right. And the timing just a hair off.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They want to run it left here. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. They'll go back to work on offense. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Throws to the wideout. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
To the 15. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And the Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. On the move. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quarterback changing the play. Moving the pocket, it's Gomez. He'll try to do it himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. The Trojans moving quickly to the line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Miller. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Makes the grab. It's Miller. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
Looking for running room. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Ready? 1-18. Making the adjustment. Drops back. It's Gomez. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Long way to go on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Oh, pressure's coming. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. The ride. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
It's third and goal and third and long. Making the adjustment on the play. Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Guided out of bounds at the 34, and the running game really coming through.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box. so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Sees an alley. Crosses the 45. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Whew, that might have been a touchdown-saving tackle right there. Offensively, nice play call going with the toss to get that running back to the outside. I'm telling you, if he makes that guy miss, that might have been 6.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Throws it deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon, taking on the number 5 team, the Baylor Bears. And it's the Ducks who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season.
Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good...
It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And late in the football games, coaches are like, don't make the mistake. In this offense, they just did it. Tie football game. They put the ball on the deck. The defense recovers. Now they're going to have to depend on their defense to come out, get a stop, and keep them in this football game.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Washington. Got his man. There he goes. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. The Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Johnson. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. They'll run the screen. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Short pass. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
You talk to any quarterback, Jesse, and they love finding the big tight end. Hard to overthrow the big fellas with the big reach, the nice mitts, nice catch by the tight end.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the return, it's Lockhart. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's changing the play. Back to throw, it's Gomez. Under pressure. Rolling right and going deep. And here's the third interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Tight end getting vertical. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. On the move. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as his defense is making it tough. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They'll run it. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Clemson.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Sets his feet. It's Gomez. Looking deep. He hauls it in,
coaches before the game. They wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Number 91.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Sees some running room. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. This time they'll throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Upstairs to make the catch. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, it's Davidson. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front 7 are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wesco. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Washington. Fires to the right. Makes the grab.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Just smothered on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking to throw, it's Gomez. Out wide left, it's Bowman. On the move at the 30. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Inside the 45. Crosses the 30. He's going. And he scores! Touchdown USC! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Turning it on! Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, work.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Got a little space. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback will keep it. Finding some room. Pass the... No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back. And as an added bonus, they get the first down. Good presence of mind by the quarterback there to not panic when the ball went on the ground and able to get it back.
I would just like to see better ball security, Reese, from the quarterback, too. You know, you got to keep 2 hands on the ball at all times. It doesn't matter. You're looking downfield. You know you're going to have guys around you trying to swat away at the football. Got to keep 2 points of pressure at minimum on that ball, and the quarterback lucky to fall on that one.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. He caught it. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. 1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. The quarterback sneak. And they go for the sneak on 2nd down, playing very conservatively, and they may have to open it up if they want to score on this drive. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Quarterback keeper. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible, the defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to throw. It's Gomez. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Snap on 1st down. Wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
2nd and long here. It's a draw. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, catches the defense off guard.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Looking to throw, it's Gomez. Look out! And he never had a chance. And the Trojans want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game.